Topic 1. Describe something you own that you want to replace.
Well, let me tell you about my laptop, which I'm actually looking to replace soon. It's this older model that I've had since my first year in university, so it holds a lot of sentimental value, but it's definitely seen better days. So, this laptop, it's always stationed on my desk at home, sort of my little command center where I do everything from studying to watching movies. I actually got it as a gift from my parents when I started university, so it really was a big deal at the time, kind of a rite of passage into adulthood, I guess. However, over the years, it started to slow down considerably. It's like, every time I open a new application, it takes ages to load. Not to mention, the battery life is pretty much non-existent now. I can't move it off the desk without it dying on me, which is a bit of a pain. And well, with the kind of coursework I'm dealing with now, plus all the extra projects, I really need something more reliable and faster. I'm thinking of getting one of those new Ultrabooks. They're super light, have a long battery life, and can handle multiple tasks much more smoothly. It would definitely make life a lot easier, especially when I'm on the go. Plus, I think it's time for an upgrade, you know? Moving on from the old to bring in the new, especially with technology, it's almost essential nowadays.
Question 1. What are other things that you want to replace?
Besides my laptop, I'm also looking to replace my smartphone. It's quite outdated, and the camera quality just doesn't cut it anymore, especially when you see how amazing photos from newer models look. I also think about replacing my bike, which has become a bit rusty and creaky. A smoother ride would definitely make my morning commute more pleasant.
Question 2. What kinds of things do young people like to replace?
Young people often like to replace tech gadgets, mainly because technology evolves so rapidly. They always want the latest smartphones, laptops, or even fashionable clothing to stay trendy and connected. Also, as their lifestyles change rapidly, things like cars or even furniture might be replaced to suit new tastes or living situations.
Question 3. Do old people in Vietnam like to collect and store things?
In Vietnam, many older people tend to collect and store things rather than replace them. They often hold on to items that have sentimental value, or that they believe may be useful in the future. This habit also reflects a traditional view of resourcefulness and frugality, where things are repaired rather than discarded, which contrasts with the more consumption-driven habits of younger generations.
Question 4. Who do you think will want new things, children or old people?
Generally, children are more likely to want new things compared to older people. Children grow out of clothes and toys quickly, not just physically but also in their interests. They are always eager for the next new thing that can capture their attention or keep up with trends among their peers. In contrast, older people often value familiarity and durability in their possessions and may not feel the need to update as frequently.
Question 5. What's the difference between new things and old things?
The difference between new things and old things often lies in functionality and technology, with new items usually being more advanced or efficient. However, old things carry a history and a sense of nostalgia that new items can't replicate. For example, a vintage watch might not have the technical prowess of a modern smartwatch, but it possesses a classic charm and craftsmanship valued by many. Additionally, old things often represent a continuity of tradition, while new things symbolize innovation and current trends.
Topic 2. Describe a new law that you want to implement in your country.
Alright, so one law I would really like to see implemented in my country is a ban on single-use plastics. It's becoming increasingly clear that our reliance on disposable plastic items like straws, bags, and water bottles is having a disastrous impact on the environment. We see it everywhere, from litter clogging up our streets to devastating images of marine life affected by plastic waste. Now, why this law? Well, single-use plastics are not only non-biodegradable, but they also contribute massively to landfill and ocean pollution. By banning them, we could significantly reduce environmental damage and encourage more sustainable practices like using reusable items. For instance, countries like Rwanda and Kenya have enacted strict bans on plastic bags, leading to notable environmental improvements. Shops now use paper or cloth bags, and people are increasingly adopting reusable containers. This shift highlights the beneficial impact such legislation can have. Implementing this law would not just help in cleaning up the environment, but also foster a greater awareness and responsibility towards sustainable living. It's about making a conscious choice to protect our planet for future generations, and honestly, it's a change that's long overdue.
Question 1. Does it take a long time to introduce a new law?
Yes, introducing a new law can take a considerable amount of time due to the multiple stages involved. The process typically includes drafting the law, reviewing it in various committees, and debating it in legislative bodies. Public consultation and amendments can further extend the timeline. The complexity of the law and political climate can also influence how quickly it passes through these stages.
Question 2. Which is better, to make people obey the law, punish them, or encourage them to do so?
While punishment can deter illegal behavior, encouragement is often more effective for long-term compliance. Incentives like rewards or public recognition can motivate people to follow the law voluntarily. Encouragement promotes a positive relationship with the law, helping people understand the benefits of compliance, rather than just fearing the consequences of breaking the law.
Question 3. What rules should students follow at school?
Students should follow rules that ensure a safe and productive learning environment. These include attending classes on time, respecting teachers and peers, and adhering to school policies on dress code and behavior. Additionally, students are often expected to complete their assignments on time and participate actively in class discussions.
Question 4. Do you think children can learn about the law outside of school?
Children can definitely learn about the law outside of school through various community programs, educational shows, and discussions with parents. Museums and educational centers often host workshops and exhibitions on civic education. Moreover, real-life interactions, such as accompanying parents to voting booths or community meetings, can provide practical learning opportunities.
Question 5. How can parents teach children to obey rules?
Parents can teach children to obey rules by setting clear expectations and consistently enforcing them. It's important for parents to explain the reasons behind rules to help children understand their purpose. Rewarding good behavior and discussing the consequences of breaking rules can also reinforce compliance. Leading by example and showing respect for rules themselves significantly impacts how children learn to follow them.
Topic 3. Describe a person who can play an instrument or has musical talents.
One person who stands out for their musical talent is my friend Alex. He's an incredibly gifted pianist, and watching him play is truly mesmerizing. Starting at just 5 years old, he has not only mastered the basics but has also become proficient in complex classical compositions and jazz improvisation. What's really impressive about Alex is his ability to express emotions through his music. Whether it's joy, sorrow, or excitement, he translates these feelings into his piano playing in a way that really resonates with his audience. I remember one particular performance at a school event where he played Chopin's Nocturne, and you could literally hear a pin drop. The entire room was captivated. Besides his solo performances, Alex also collaborates with other musicians. He plays in a jazz band, where he often improvises, showing off his creative side. This versatility in different musical styles is what sets him apart. Furthermore, Alex's dedication to music is inspiring. He practices for hours every day and is always eager to learn new techniques or pieces. His passion for music isn't just a hobby, it's a significant part of his identity. Watching his journey and growth as a musician is truly inspiring and a testament to where passion and hard work can lead you.
Question 1. What will children do after hearing music?
After hearing music, children often respond in quite lively ways. They might start dancing, clapping, or even singing along if they recognize the tune. It's a natural expression of their enjoyment and engagement with the music. Music stimulates their senses and can also help in developing their auditory skills and rhythm sense.
Question 2. What kind of music do children like?
Children typically enjoy music that has a catchy melody and a strong rhythmic beat. Songs that are simple, repetitive, and incorporate fun sounds or playful lyrics tend to be favorites among the younger crowd. They particularly like tunes that they can sing along to or dance along with, making children's music quite lively and energetic.
Question 3. Why do older people take fewer risks than younger people?
Teachers often play music in class to create a positive and stimulating learning environment. It can help manage classroom mood, reduce anxiety, and increase engagement. Music is also used as a teaching tool to enhance memory of concepts through educational songs, or to introduce cultural lessons through traditional music from various parts of the world.
Question 4. Why is music often played in stores?
Music is often played in stores to enhance the shopping experience, create a welcoming atmosphere, and influence customer behavior. Background music can make the shopping environment feel more inviting and can also subtly encourage shoppers to stay longer and, potentially, make more purchases.
Question 5. How does the store owner know what kind of music is attractive?
Store owners typically determine attractive music choices based on their target demographics' preferences and the store's brand image. They might use customer feedback, observe how different music influences shopping behavior, or follow industry trends to choose music that complements their store's atmosphere and appeals to their customers.
Topic 4. Describe a person who often buys things at the street market at a cheaper price.
Today, I'd like to talk about my Aunt Lan, who's quite the savvy shopper, especially when it comes to street markets. She's a big fan of getting the best bang for her buck, you might say. Aunt Lan is a regular at our local street market here in Hanoi. You'll often find her there early in the morning, which is the best time to catch fresh produce and good deals. She loves buying fruits and vegetables there, but she's also on the lookout for household items, clothes, anything that seems like a good deal really. Her favorite spot is the bustling Dong Xuan Market. It's one of the oldest and largest markets in Hanoi, and it's packed with all sorts of vendors. Aunt Lan has her favorite stalls, of course, where she knows the sellers and can always haggle a bit on prices. She's quite a character and knows almost everyone there. The reason she's drawn to these cheaper goods is pretty straightforward. She loves saving money, but it's more than that. Aunt Lan grew up in a time when things were not as plentiful, so she learned to appreciate getting the most value out of every purchase. Plus, she believes in reducing waste. By buying things cheaper and only as needed, she feels she's contributing to a less wasteful lifestyle. She often says, "Why buy new and expensive things when you can buy good quality for less and save the difference for a rainy day?" It's a practical philosophy, and seeing her in action, negotiating deals and choosing the best products, is really something special. It's not just shopping, for her, it's about making smart, sustainable choices.
Question 1. What are the differences between shopping in a shopping mall and in a street market?
Shopping in a shopping mall and in a street market are quite different experiences. In a mall, you'll find an organized, air-conditioned environment with branded stores, fixed prices, and a wide range of products from around the world. It's more about comfort and convenience. On the other hand, street markets offer a more vibrant and chaotic atmosphere, where haggling over prices is common, and the goods are usually locally sourced or handmade. Street markets also tend to give a more authentic local experience, often being louder and more crowded.
Question 2. Which is more commonly visited in Vietnam, shopping malls or street markets?
In Vietnam, both shopping malls and street markets are popular, but street markets are more commonly visited across different demographics. They are integral to Vietnamese culture and daily life, offering fresh food and local products at lower prices. While shopping malls are frequented by those who prefer international brands and a more upscale shopping experience, the accessibility and affordability of street markets make them a staple for the majority of the population.
Question 3. Is advertising important?
Yes, advertising is incredibly important in today's market. It informs potential buyers about products and services, influences consumer decisions, and can significantly drive sales. Effective advertising increases brand awareness and can differentiate a product from its competitors. It's also crucial for launching new products and maintaining market presence. However, it needs to be done ethically and responsibly to avoid misleading consumers.
Question 4. What are the disadvantages of shopping in a street market?
Shopping in a street market does have some disadvantages. For instance, the quality of products can be inconsistent, and there are usually no return policies, which means buyers need to be cautious. Street markets can also be crowded and overwhelming, which might not suit everyone. Additionally, the lack of fixed prices can be a hurdle for those who aren't comfortable with bargaining. Weather conditions can also affect shopping, as most street markets are outdoors.
Question 5. How do you buy cheap products?
To buy cheap products, I start by comparing prices across different vendors or stores to find the best deal. I also keep an eye out for sales, use coupons, and take advantage of loyalty programs where available. Shopping in bulk or choosing generic brands over name brands can also reduce costs. Moreover, buying second-hand items or visiting outlet stores are other ways to save money without compromising too much on quality.
Topic 5. Describe a place where you thought things were too expensive.
Last year, I visited a high-end shopping district in downtown Tokyo, known for its luxury boutiques and designer stores. The area is incredibly sleek and modern, with beautifully designed shopfronts and an air of exclusivity that you can feel just walking down the street. I went there initially out of curiosity and a bit of a desire to indulge in some window shopping. I was particularly interested in checking out some designer clothes and perhaps picking up a gift for my mom, whose birthday was coming up. However, I quickly realized that the prices were way beyond what I had anticipated. Everything was expensive, from simple accessories to basic apparel. The reason for this is quite straightforward. The district caters to a wealthier clientele who are willing to pay a premium for brand names and luxury items. The shops boast of the highest quality materials and often limited edition items, which also bumps up the prices. Honestly, I felt a mix of awe and a bit of dismay about the place. While it was exciting to see all these high-end products and the level of craftsmanship involved, it was also a stark reminder of the vast differences in purchasing power. The experience made me more aware of the value of money and the reality of luxury markets. It was interesting to visit, but it's not a place where I would regularly shop, given the high prices.
Question 1. Why do some people still use cash?
Some people still use cash because it offers a sense of control over their spending, helping them manage their budget more effectively. Cash transactions also ensure privacy and do not require technological means, which can be a relief for those wary of digital security issues or those who find digital payments complex. Additionally, in areas where digital infrastructure is lacking or unreliable, cash remains a necessary and sometimes the only option.
Question 2. Will the payment be paperless in the future?
It's likely that payments will become predominantly paperless in the future due to the increasing convenience, security, and efficiency of digital transactions. The trend towards digital and contactless payment methods has been accelerated by technological advancements and by circumstances such as the COVID-19 pandemic, which pushed for less physical interaction. However, complete paperlessness may not be immediate or absolute, as some sectors and individuals may continue to prefer cash for various reasons, including technology accessibility and personal preference.
Question 3. What do you think of the view that time is as important as money?
The view that time is as important as money is quite valid. Time, like money, is a resource that can be invested, saved, and spent. The value of time becomes especially clear when considering work-life balance, personal fulfillment, and relationships. People often trade money to gain more time, such as by paying for services that save them time. Ultimately, how one values and uses time can significantly impact one's quality of life, just as financial decisions do.
Question 4. Is it more important to choose a job with a high salary or with more time off?
Choosing between a job with a high salary or more time off depends on individual priorities and life circumstances. A high salary can offer financial security and the means to enjoy luxurious experiences, save for future goals, and provide for dependents. Conversely, having more time off can lead to better work-life balance, reduced stress, and more opportunities for personal activities and family time. Each option has its merits, and the right choice often depends on one's current financial needs, career goals, and personal values regarding time and money.
Question 5. How important is it to have a variety of payment options?
Having a variety of payment options is increasingly important in today's diverse and technologically advanced marketplace. Different customers have different preferences and needs. For instance, some may prefer the security of credit cards, while others might favor the immediacy of cash or the convenience of mobile payments. Offering multiple payment options can enhance customer satisfaction, increase accessibility, and potentially boost sales by making transactions smoother and more accommodating to individual preferences.
Question 6. Why are things more expensive in some places than in others?
Prices can vary widely between different locations due to factors such as cost of living, taxes, demand, availability of goods, and economic conditions. In areas with higher rents and wages, such as city centers or affluent neighborhoods, businesses often pass these costs on to consumers. Additionally, products might be more expensive in remote or isolated areas due to higher transportation and logistics costs. Market competition and local economic policies can also influence pricing, making some places more expensive than others.
Topic 6. Describe a famous person who you think will be a role model for young people.
One famous person who I consider to be an exemplary role model for young people is Malala Yousafzai. I first learned about Malala through her inspiring story of courage and advocacy for girls' education. Malala, a Pakistani activist, gained international recognition after surviving an assassination attempt by the Taliban in 2012 for her outspoken advocacy for girls' education in her home country. Despite facing grave danger, she continued to speak out fearlessly, becoming a global symbol of resilience and determination. What truly makes Malala a role model is not just her bravery in the face of adversity, but also her unwavering commitment to fighting for what she believes in. She didn't let the attempt on her life silence her. Instead, she used it as a catalyst to amplify her message and advocate for change on a global scale. At a young age, she became the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate, further cementing her status as an inspirational figure for young people worldwide. Malala's dedication to education, gender equality, and human rights serves as a beacon of hope and empowerment for young people, especially girls, who face obstacles in pursuing their dreams. Her resilience, humility, and unwavering belief in the power of education to transform lives make her a shining example of what one person can achieve in the face of adversity.
Question 1. What are the required qualities of a role model?
The required qualities of a role model include integrity, empathy, resilience, and a commitment to ethical principles. Role models should demonstrate leadership by example, embodying values such as honesty, kindness, and perseverance. They should inspire others through their actions and words, showing humility and empathy towards others. Role models should also be authentic and genuine, remaining true to themselves while striving to make a positive impact on society.
Question 2. Are there famous people who are your role models in the sports field?
Yes, there are several famous people in the sports field who serve as role models for me. Athletes like Serena Williams, LeBron James, and Cristiano Ronaldo not only excel in their respective sports but also use their platforms to advocate for social causes and inspire the next generation through their hard work, determination, and sportsmanship.
Question 3. Are role models important for children?
Role models are incredibly important for children as they provide guidance, inspiration, and a sense of direction. Children often look up to role models for guidance on values, behaviors, and aspirations. Positive role models can instill confidence, motivation, and a sense of purpose in children, helping them develop into responsible and compassionate individuals.
Question 4. Is there any difference between today's famous people and the past famous people?
There are some differences between today's famous people and those of the past. With advancements in technology and media, Today's celebrities have greater visibility and accessibility to a global audience through social media and the internet. Additionally, the nature of fame and celebrity has evolved, with influencers and internet personalities gaining prominence alongside traditional celebrities.
Question 5. What kind of people can become famous people in your country?
In my country, people who become famous often excel in fields such as entertainment, sports, business, politics, or social activism. Successful actors, musicians, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, and philanthropists can achieve fame through their accomplishments, contributions, or public influence. Additionally, social media influencers and content creators have also become increasingly prominent in recent years, shaping trends and influencing public discourse.
Question 6. Do you think celebrities and social media influencers have a great impact on young people?
Yes, celebrities and social media influencers can have a significant impact on young people due to their widespread reach and influence. Many young people look up to celebrities and influencers as role models, seeking inspiration, guidance, and validation from their lifestyles and opinions. However, it's essential for young people to critically evaluate the messages and values promoted by celebrities and influencers, as their influence can sometimes perpetuate unrealistic standards or harmful behaviors.
Topic 7. Describe a time when you missed or were late for a meeting.
One of the most memorable instances where I was late for a meeting was during my first year of university. I had an important group project meeting scheduled with my team, and I had planned to arrive 15 minutes early at the designated location. However, I ended up oversleeping due to a late-night study session and woke up an hour after the meeting had already started. Panicking, I immediately called my group members and apologized for my tardiness. They were understandably frustrated, and I felt terrible for letting them down. I quickly got dressed and rushed to the meeting location, arriving nearly an hour late. When I finally arrived, my team members had already covered most of the topics on the agenda, and I felt like I had missed out on crucial information and discussion points. However, I immediately apologized and offered to catch up on what I had missed. I made sure to take diligent notes and ask questions to make up for my absence. I learned an important lesson that day about the importance of punctuality and being responsible for my commitments. Since then, I have made a conscious effort to prioritize my time and ensure that I am always punctual for meetings and other important events. The experience also taught me the value of communication and accountability in group settings, and I now make it a point to communicate effectively with my team members and take responsibility for my actions.
Question 1. Are you a punctual person?
I would say I'm a punctual person. I think being punctual is considered an important trait for most people. It shows respect for others' time and creates a good impression in personal and professional settings. Those who are punctual are generally perceived as responsible, reliable, and organized, while those who are habitually late may be seen as inconsiderate or disorganized.
Question 2. Do you think it is important to be on time?
Yes, I think it is important to be on time. Being punctual shows respect for others and their time, and it is a sign of responsibility and reliability. When we are late, we inconvenience others and disrupt schedules. Additionally, being late can create stress and anxiety for ourselves and others. Therefore, it is important to make an effort to be on time and to communicate in advance if there are any unavoidable delays or changes to plans.
Question 3. Do you always avoid being late?
Yes, I always try to avoid being late for any appointments or meetings. Being punctual is a sign of respect for others' time and also reflects one's own professionalism and reliability. Moreover, being late can cause unnecessary stress and inconvenience for both oneself and others. Therefore, I make a conscious effort to plan ahead, leave early, and factor in any potential delays, so that I can arrive on time and avoid any unnecessary complications.
Question 4. Why are people often late for meetings or appointments?
There are several reasons why people may be late for meetings or appointments. One common reason is traffic or transportation issues, such as unexpected delays or accidents. Another reason could be poor time management or a tendency to underestimate how long tasks take to complete. Additionally, some people may simply have a more relaxed attitude towards punctuality or may not view lateness as a serious issue. However, frequent lateness can be seen as disrespectful and may harm professional or personal relationships.
Question 5. Why do people miss important events?
People may miss important events due to a variety of reasons. Sometimes unforeseen circumstances such as sudden illness, family emergencies, or transportation issues can prevent people from attending. Other times, work or other commitments may clash with the event, making it difficult for people to attend. In some cases, people may simply forget the date or time of the event or underestimate the importance of the event. Regardless of the reason, missing important events can be disappointing for both the person who missed it and those who were expecting them to be there.
Topic 8. Describe a product that you would like to buy in other countries.
Alright, so one product I'm really eager to buy from abroad is Japanese matcha tea. I've heard a lot about the authentic taste and quality you can get directly from Japan, particularly from areas like Uji, famous for its superior matcha. You see, matcha is not just any tea. It's a vibrant green tea powder that's become incredibly popular worldwide, not just for its flavor but also for its health benefits, like boosting metabolism and being rich in antioxidants. I've tasted local matcha, but Japanese matcha is said to be superior due to its meticulous cultivation and traditional grinding methods, which really appeals to me as a tea enthusiast. Plus, purchasing directly from Japan would allow me to explore different varieties and possibly watch the tea being ground in traditional stone mills. Experiencing its production and history firsthand would certainly make it more meaningful. I'd love to plan a trip around this, maybe visit a tea farm, participate in a tea ceremony. It would not only satisfy my palate but also enrich my understanding of Japanese culture.
The required qualities of a role model include integrity, empathy, resilience, and a commitment to ethical principles. Role models should demonstrate leadership by example, embodying values such as honesty, kindness, and perseverance. They should inspire others through their actions and words, showing humility and empathy towards others. Role models should also be authentic and genuine, remaining true to themselves while striving to make a positive impact on society. Question 2. Did you tell anyone after buying it?
Yes, after buying something special like the Japanese matcha, I usually share the experience with friends or family who might be interested. It's exciting to talk about unique finds and share the enthusiasm, especially if it's from a different culture or place. It also opens up a conversation about their experiences and recommendations, which I really enjoy.
Question 3. What are your thoughts about the trend that people buy new things instead of repairing old ones?
The trend of buying new things rather than repairing old ones reflects a fast-paced consumer culture focused on convenience. However, this practice can be wasteful and environmentally damaging. I think it's important to balance between updating genuinely outdated items and fixing those that can be easily repaired. Promoting a culture of repair can reduce waste and foster a more sustainable mindset.
Question 4. Why do people living in different regions like different foods?
People living in different regions like different foods primarily due to geographical, cultural, and historical factors. Local climates influence the types of crops that can grow, affecting the diet in the area. Cultural traditions and historical exchanges also shape culinary preferences. For example, coastal regions often have diets rich in seafood, while mountainous areas might rely more on hardy, storable foods. These variations contribute to the rich diversity of global cuisines.
Topic 9. Describe a special meal someone cooked for you.
Well, one of the most memorable meals someone ever cooked for me was during a visit to my grandmother's house in Hanoi, Vietnam. It was a special occasion, my graduation, and my grandmother wanted to celebrate it with a traditional Vietnamese feast, which she prepared herself. She started with pho, a classic Vietnamese noodle soup that's both aromatic and flavorful. She simmered the broth for hours with beef bones, onions, ginger, and spices like star anise and cinnamon, which filled the house with a comforting aroma. It was served with thinly sliced beef, rice noodles, and a plate full of fresh herbs like basil and cilantro. It's a dish that really warms you up from the inside. Next, she made bonizio, a crispy, savory pancake filled with shrimp, pork, and bean sprouts. It's sizzling as it hits the pan, and the sound is just as delightful as the taste. We wrapped pieces of the pancake in rice paper along with herbs and lettuce and dipped them in a tangy fish sauce. The contrast of textures and flavors was absolutely brilliant.
Question 1. Should students learn to cook in school?
Absolutely, students should learn to cook in school. It's a vital life skill that promotes healthier eating habits and independence. Cooking classes can also teach students about nutrition, food safety, and budget management. Moreover, it's a great way to introduce them to cultural diversity through various cuisines and can foster teamwork and creativity in the kitchen.
Question 2. Will people's eating habits change?
People's eating habits are definitely evolving, often influenced by health trends, environmental concerns, and accessibility to diverse foods. With growing awareness about the benefits of balanced diets and the impact of food production on the planet, many are shifting towards plant-based diets or reducing processed foods. Technology, like food apps and blogs, also plays a big role in shaping how and what we eat today.
Question 3. Will some people never eat meat?
Yes, there will always be some people who choose not to eat meat, whether for ethical, environmental, or health reasons. Vegetarianism and veganism are becoming more mainstream as people become more conscientious about the moral implications of meat consumption and its environmental impact, as well as the health benefits of plant-based diets.
Q4. Why do many of them not eat meat?
Many people choose not to eat meat for various reasons. Ethical concerns about animal welfare, the environmental impact of meat production, and health issues linked to high meat consumption are common motivators. People are increasingly aware of how their food choices affect the world around them and their own well-being, leading them to opt for meatless diets.
Topic 10. Describe an important letter that you received.
One of the most important letters I ever received was my acceptance letter from my dream university. I remember the day it arrived vividly. I was anxiously checking the mailbox every hour, waiting for any news. When the letter finally arrived, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Opening it was nerve-wracking, to say the least, but as I read those words confirming my acceptance, I was overwhelmed with joy and relief. It was the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and countless hours of studying and extracurricular activities. This letter represented more than just admission to a university. It symbolized a new chapter in my life, full of opportunities and possibilities. It was a validation of my efforts and achievements, and it filled me with a sense of pride and accomplishment. Moreover, this acceptance letter had a ripple effect on my future. It opened doors to new experiences, friendships, and career opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. It also brought immense happiness to my family, who had supported me every step of the way. In retrospect, that letter was not just a piece of paper. It was a turning point that shaped my academic and personal journey. It taught me the value of perseverance, resilience, and the importance of pursuing one's dreams relentlessly.
Question 1. What are the differences between emails and handwritten letters?
The main differences between emails and handwritten letters are their format and delivery method. Emails are electronic messages sent instantly over the internet, while handwritten letters are physical messages written by hand and sent via traditional mail. Handwritten letters often have a more personal touch and can be more sentimental, whereas emails are typically more convenient and faster to send.
Question 2. Will handwritten letters become obsolete in the future? Why?
Handwritten letters may become less common in the future due to advancements in technology and the increasing use of digital communication. With the rise of email, texting, and social media messaging, handwritten letters are seen as less practical and efficient. Additionally, younger generations may not prioritize the act of writing and sending physical letters, leading to their eventual decline in use.
Question 3. Why should we write letters to friends and relatives?
Writing letters to friends and relatives fosters deeper connections and strengthens relationships. Unlike digital communication, Letters require time and effort, making them more meaningful gestures of care and affection. They provide an opportunity for reflection, allowing us to express our thoughts and feelings in a thoughtful and personal manner, which can be cherished by the recipient.
Question 4. What are the important qualities of a good letter?
The qualities of a good letter include clarity, sincerity, and authenticity. A good letter should effectively convey the writer's message in a clear and concise manner, with genuine emotion and sincerity. It should also be well written, with proper grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Additionally, a good letter should reflect the writer's personality and voice, making it unique and memorable to the recipient.